So, the day before 2020, what have I got to say about Halo Reach and MCC on Steam? I've promised this video, and this has been a long time coming. I know that, but prior to the last week, I was up to my eyes in work, and I always put that ahead of gaming. But gaming always sneaks its way back into my life, lads, so I've spent some time playing Reach, and I've come up with my thoughts on the game, seeing as I've put thousands of hours prior, over the years, into this franchise. So, let's get started. Reach is well ported graphically and functionality wise to PC. However, I have some cons to go through, but as always, let's go through some of the pros first. For me, running this game at 144 frames when I'm not recording is a dream. When I do record, it's about 110 to 120 on a 144 Hz 1440p monitor. It's amazing, it's fantastic. I know the game is older, but it looks bloody brilliant. And I absolutely can tell that a lot of work was put into making the graphics better, while not messing with the older school art style. In addition to this, the very fact that Reach is on PC is a triumph. Although I will mention my negatives in a short while, I want the overarching theme here to be that I enjoy this game being on PC, mainly due to the potential Halo on PC has for our community. Let's grow this community. So, I've criticised the community and 343 in the past for being total sheep, for removing choice from the players and narrowly tunneling us into the way they think we should be playing, and for some people defending that decision making. Well, now with mod support coming, we can do whatever we want. Make game types that you've never even heard of. Make game types that you have heard of. Make tons of little custom games, mods, battle royale things that are actually done by the community, not officially. It's going to be great. Although the game is fairly anemic with playlists at the moment on the official server, with the server browser we are still able to have some diverse games, and at some stage, once they port all these things over, we're going to be able to experience the full Halo Reach playlist roster, with Theater and Forge modes. Once those land, it's going to be a whale of a time, guys. We all know it will be. And guys, if Halo Infinite isn't up to par like Halo 5 wasn't, we will still have a place to play Halo and watch the community grow. This is awesome. It kind of seems like Microsoft and Halo's winter contingency plan, if the franchise fell on hard times, was to release it on PC, right? I'm not happy with the last 4 or 5 years of Halo and how we got here, but we are here. So let's be happy. Yeah. Additionally, and I've gone on the record saying this for years, but I think Reach is my favourite Halo story. So don't get your knickers in a twist. I love the story in the OG trilogy, especially CE and Halo 2, a little bit of 3. But Reach always has the narrative excellence I look for in a Halo campaign. It's hopeless, but stoic. Brave, but still beaten in some ways. All of these things still translate perfectly to the player when playing Reach, compounded with better graphics, better refresh rates, and better controller or mouse and keyboard inputs to maximize the experience you have fighting alongside Noble Team. The game is just excellent at the moment, and I'm very happy that they ported this over. Now let's talk about some cons. Okay, because I've mentioned one already just there, mouse input. So it's great that we can play with mouse, but what's going on with the mouse input, with aiming? It feels different to other first-person shooters on PC 343. And it does feel like controller users are magnetizing to my head a little more than I'd like. Now, call that a balancing move to prevent mice from laser beaming or cross-mapping people, but I hate that idea if that is true. You know, a mouse should be laser beaming people across the map. This is a PC game, it's not an Xbox game. Playing it on PC with a controller should have concessions made, sure, but the aim on PC with a mouse feels gimped somehow. I don't know how, I haven't really looked into the finer details, but I don't think it can just be me in this respect, that the mouse just feels a little bit janky. Now, I will say this, I've seen people saying that controller users are outclassing mouse and PC users, keyboard and mouse, users on PC and playing Halo Reach. That may be true because controller users are people that are coming from Xbox that have had over 10 years at least. 10 years playing Reach, but over 10 years playing Halo. So it's not the input, it's their mind working and knowing how to play the game and the pace of the game. It's like a chess game, remember. Halo's like chess. It's a give and it's a take. So if those people are destroying you and you've only been playing with mouse and keyboard, guess what? It's because they're just better than you at that game. It's not your inputs. Your inputs do have something to do with it, like I've mentioned. But I'm a long-term Halo player, and I'm telling you that it's the way that people play, and it's the way that they can think. They're faster than you guys. If you're having problems on a mouse and keyboard against someone playing with a controller, yeah, there could be some extra magnetism, fair enough, but you should be faster than them. I don't know why people are arguing about this. I think it's ridiculous. So for me, I try and do the best of both worlds. I play with my Steam controller in one hand so I can move, use my corded buttons and the paddles on the back. I think it's amazing. I think people should try that out because it's a great way if you hate using the keyboard but you like using the mouse for aiming, at finding a great middle ground. So I would highly suggest that to you guys. I want to release a video at some stage on a hand cam, because I've done that before, showing how I play on PC, because I don't like using the keyboard at all. So there are ways to do it, guys, and to get both kind of inputs working properly, and then you can actually have a proper feel for how the game plays. I think a little bit of mouse tuning needs to come to the game, but for the most part it's fine. So yeah, it feels like Reach, and that's the main thing. So if they can continue to make fixes as they roll out the rest of the games and the playlists for Reach in the collection, then that'll be fine. Another main con I don't like about the game is the lack of features. You know? Now I just mentioned how they are coming, like Forge and Theater, but let's be real, these things need to start coming at launch and releasing versions of games before Christmas to net sales in the last quarter of the year. It's not good enough anymore, 343. You shouldn't be doing this shit anymore. You know, you've seen your game diminish because of these silly decisions that were made as business decisions, not as, you know, consumer decisions. You should be making, you know, informed decisions that will help your consumer buy, you know, help lead them towards buying your game, as opposed to doing things like this, releasing with a total lack of features. So fair enough, you're taking your time to put it on PC. I want it to be in a fully fledged working version, but still, these moves can't still be made. By the time Halo 3 comes out, you cannot say that Theater and Forge are coming 2 months after the game. You can't. Now that MCC is on PC, and now that you're working on bringing Forge and Theater, once it's there, don't make it leave. Don't make it leave. And bring more playlists to the rest of the Halo games that you're releasing. You have to do that. Connection, for me, has been another issue. Are we playing on the Xbox servers? I'm genuinely asking that, guys, because I live in Ireland, about 30 minutes away by car from Microsoft's European server in Sandyford, their main server farm. And sometimes I'm seeing my ping at 50 playing this game. And it's normally between 4 and 8 on any other game on Steam. So it's, you know, it's ridiculous. And look, I've lived in Ireland and I've lived in Boston, okay? And I saw the same types of connections. I did go for an Xfinity bundle that was really good when I lived in America. But still, guys, I shouldn't be seeing these pings going this high. So are we playing on a crappy server just so that they can handle it, you know, or just a ghost server so that they can just handle the amount of people that they anticipated coming on? Or what the hell's going on? Someone shed some kind of light on this for me, because I feel like we're playing on gimped servers, and it kind of brings into question what's going to happen when crossplay comes out to this game. If the servers are kind of shitty sometimes and there's lag, what's going to happen when Xbox players start playing against keyboard mouse players? They're going to assume that everything is lagging for them because people are moving faster, you know, using the keyboard mouse inputs. That hopefully will be fixed by that time. But yeah, it's gonna rise some issues. So unless you want to lose both communities playing with each other, you need to sort out these things straight away. Netcode and servers have to be sorted out, because there's definitely something going on with it. There definitely is. I don't know what. I'm not a coder. I don't work in PCs. But there is something going on here, guys. There is. So the battle pass as well. This is the last thing I'm going to talk about, but I think it needs to be touched on. You know, it's not so intrusive that you have to pay for it. You do have to unlock it per season, but why the hell can't I have the regular Reach unlock system? Why can't I have the actual game that was supposed to be remastered? You know, the real game, unlocking all your armor. That was one of the things that people went back to Reach to do for years. It was a progression-based system, yes. It wasn't a ranking system as people like to think. It was progression-based, but if someone was inheritor on Halo Reach, you knew that they put a shitload of time into the game and that they were probably very good. So having these kind of battle passes, it just seems like, and it is, you're copying games like Fortnite and Apex, PUBG, and I don't want them to do that. Stop copying other games and do what was successful for your franchise, and then you will succeed. Guys, that's going to be it from me. I hope you all have a happy new year. Let me know what your thoughts on Reach are down in the comment section below. Leave a rating if you want to, and subscribe if you're new and you like the video. Thanks very much. See you in the new year, guys. Happy 2020.